the message from our Japanese members. If you can pay attention to that message, pay attention to that message. Our leader was on the air yesterday, and you all listened. Whatever is happening today, you reflect it to what our leader said yesterday. Insecurity. We must, without any iota of that, without any reason, not protect ourselves. The deceits, the lies, the conspiracies, all against you. And we watch.
When we stand on the zenith of the mountains of our boundaries and look, we see a vast land, having the best horizon on earth, the best waters, the best climate, glorious mountains, fertile lands, rivers and springs of life, all from the east, the Biafra land. There is no doubt about it when we hear the spirit of our ancestors say, this is where life began, and whoever that possesses this land and its waters possesses life and its origin. It is our land, the Biafra land. It belongs to us, all of us, but they want to take it away from us, our ancestral heritage. But that will never happen, because we are ESN, Eastern Security Network. No, not when there is still a single man breathing among us. Nothing can stop us from distancing our enemies far away from our lands until the emergence of the great army of heaven. We can only get weak when we lack the support of our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, fathers, wives and husbands, who should always be our backbones. Without food, ESN cannot endure the pains and will lack the strength of a watchman. Without medication and health facilities, ESN will not survive the wounds from the enemies to keep fighting till the end. Without science and technology, ESN cannot stand the pressures from the raging attacks of our enemies to take over our land and our lives. Without ESN, the coming of Biafra will linger and linger. If you must prevent the news of hearing that your mothers, your sisters were raped by infidels in our land, and that your fathers and brothers have been slaughtered like animals, and that your homes and communities have been destroyed or Islamized.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That is what they do. That is the crime they commit. They have been doing this for a very long time. And this is the time to end it once and for all. We must end these brutal attacks. These senseless killings. It must stop. And when we say these things, we are not saying them because we want to say it. We say them because that's the truth. That's what's happening. It's happening in broad daylight. But we have people. We have people you think that can stand and protect you. We have people who think that they can say enough is enough. No, they are there. They are not talking. They mope and look and even are afraid to say anything. When you come out to say something, they'll kill you one way or the other. They massacre you. They poison you. They use the DSS to come after you. But all we do is sit and watch. Our leader spoke a lot yesterday. He spoke volumes yesterday. We must prevent these things from happening. We have our ESN. This is why we are raising funds to support them. There is a difference between bandits, hoodlums, and so on and so forth. But what gets to us is when you come up, you say, hoodlums. Who are these hoodlums? Who are you calling hoodlums? Why are they hoodlums? These are the people you deprived from employment, gainful employment. Instead, you conscript them, arm them, instead of building secondary schools, instead of giving them scholarships. No, you embezzle the money. You siphon billions upon billions and leave them destitute. And then you come and brand them hoodlums. Then you go and erect prisons, and put them in there and call them criminals. They are criminals because you have disadvantaged them. You call them criminals because they have no long arm to get to you to say this is what we want. Because once they raise their arm, you shoot them dead. And those you happen to catch, you put them in prison. All of a sudden, a graduate, a well-educated person, trying to earn a living becomes a prisoner. And then you are a writer. You are a reporter. You don't have common sense of journalism, right choice of word. You lack it. It's like you rehearse. Oh, IPOB, proscribed IPOB. Who proscribed IPOB? Criminals. And you, the writer, you, the editor, you are also at fault. Have you inquired why these people are proscribed? They are not terrorists. For the fact that they are all over the world, all over the countries, duly registered and not criminalized, why is it that you have a unknown government running the zoo and you have stooges placed to rule over you, to deceive you, and you use your word proscribed? That means you do not have common sense to make common judgment. Most of you Biafran writers, you have been enslaved. That is why you cannot exercise good judgment in your editorials, in your writings. Proscribed IPOB. By who? You have the Janjaweeds. You have the actual bandits. You have the Maeti Allah. You have the Boko Haram. You have the ISWAP. Nobody proscribed them. But those that say we want to be free, those that are not violent, you shoot them at will. You Biafran reporters, you are also in cahoot with these derogatory remarks. But not for IPOB. You will not be standing there reporting. Let's call a spade a spade. Just to please your masters. you report rubbish, proscribed IPOB, as if you're writing good. That's from the one that wrote on the Nation newspaper. We'll get to it. It's not just him. You're proscribing IPOB based on what? They came out peacefully. They said we want referendum. They were proscribed for asking for a referendum. Initially, they said restructuring. They were proscribed. How dare you talk about restructuring? Okay, give us equal opportunity. How dare you say that? And when you see that they are making genuine demands, you proscribe them. Why? Did they kill anybody? No. Did they attack anybody? No. Because you have a leader chosen by the people, supported by the people, honored by the people, adored by the people. Jealousy, hatred occupied your mind. And you say proscribed. Proscription based on what? Justify your proscription. You failed. You went to his home. You attacked his home, where his father and mother residing, with tank. And who is the terrorist? You have government-sponsored terrorism. But you have the audacity to write proscribed. And the world laugh at you. You think you are journalistically correct. No, that shows delinquency in your mental reasoning capability. Up till today, most of you are writing rubbish, jargon. I'm not just on the writers. You have your radio stations. You have your television stations. The insecurity that is very common. They still write nonsense. IPOB. Peaceful, not terrorist. And the world know. Not terrorist. But you, who is the one being besieged, you will say your own brother, you yourself, the writer, you are a terrorist. Not terrorist. Because your name bears it. Your name Kelechi, your name Obinna, your name not terrorist, your name Okechukwu bears the name of a proscribed individual. They proscribed you a Biafran. For one reason, many of you keep coming up, I'm not IPOB. Who is IPOB? You are indigenous person of Biafra. You were born there, and they are there to take your land. They are here. They are here now to take your land, our land, the land of our ancestors. You understand when the hammer falls on you. You will understand. As of now, most of you are playing with fire. You are writing rubbish. Before we continue, this is an 8-minute clip, and I'll link this to what our leader said, and then what transpired this morning in Imo. How 2 parties are reporting it. As a matter of fact, it's coming from the zoo. Listen.
This is another person. Fulani herdsmen. We don't tire for now here. Look at another person here. Look at another person. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
This man who Allah
even his hand. Look at his hand. His hand was divided into two. Look at it. Can you see? Can you see? Very wicked people. Oh yeah, Mesa. Mario.
Onye za?
Aguja. What do you say? I like potato. I love you.
Unyaman from Kalega.
This boy.
This guy, no man.
Ebuka. That's not a mission. I won't look on. This is the road that leads to Ubago, initial local government area for Ebonyi State. We are going to see another person. Look at people's property. Look at somebody's bike. We are going to discover another corpse. Very wicked set of people. Morally, I don't know. Chai. Oh, Jesus. Chai. Kai. Kai. Look at somebody's hand. Off. Look at a human being. Look at our fellow human being, our fellow brothers, being killed by Fulani herdsmen. And the other person. Let's see another person. When they stand that person away, they go inside the bush and kill the person. And remove that person. And look at this man. Look at this Biafra man. Look at. God forbid. God forbid. Where is the third person? Where is another person? Look at Fulani herdsmen. Look at. Okay, why is not there? Blood of Jesus. Look at human being. Hey! This is another person. Hey! Lord of Jesus. Hey! 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 Chai. Apa mwenye kena nama? Ne. Fulani Hessman. Chai. Mambin. Our fellow brothers.
This goes on and on. It has about 3 minutes to end. This is what you'll hear. The report that came out later is that there are not less than 200 innocent men were butchered, their hands cut off. Fulani herdsmen, and they are being aided by the army and the police. Now, who are the hoodlums here? Who are the criminals here, the Fulani herdsmen, killing the innocent people? Those innocent people you arrest when they raise their voice. You put them in jail. You put them in prison and call them hoodlums. Yesterday I told you how they see you. They see you as criminals, and they see your women as prostitutes. First-class prostitutes. That's the way they see your women. That is why they catch them and rape them, and rape your mothers, and rape your wives in front of you without any reaction. My question is this. Thank you for sending that report. This was in Ebony. Where is Devil Omahi? Devil Omahi, where are you? You have failed your people one more time. You're quick to raise your security people. Were they able to prevent the Fulani herdsmen? No. No, you raise your security agents to counter the people coming to stop those that are vandalizing the properties of your subjects. That puts you into the category of enemy of the people of Ebony, instead of being their governor. You are their enemy. You are responsible for what is happening in Ebony, and it is that time they held you responsible. They should hold you responsible. And to the reporters, those discovering the bodies, yesterday we learned that not less than 200 bodies were recovered. Where are these young men? Why can't they confront the Fulanis? Don't walk like it does not concern you. Don't pass by like it does not concern you. You recognized one of the guys that died. Next time, it might be your turn. Next time, it might be you. This is why people must not sleep. Go and form watchmen. Have a means of communication. Once threatened, you raise an alarm and everybody gathers. You should place yourselves strategically. Once these people, these monsters emerge from their bushes, this is why they refuse to live with other people. They go inside the bush to live, to commit crimes against humanity. You set a bait, not far from other people. Once they jump out, you raise an alarm, everybody comes out with gun and chase them, murder them, just the way the way they're murdering you. You can't sit and continue to cry, che, che, che. Next time, it may be you. Whatever will happen, let it happen. It's better you die fighting than not fighting and you die. Did the Nation report? No. Did the Trust report? No. But they are quick to report. Just like they downgrade you. Just like they see you as a hoodlum. They see you as a nobody. When you're killed, nobody talks. Nobody will say anything. There was mayhem. The unknown gunmen struck in Imo yesterday, in Owerri. And this is the report. Hoodlums burn Imo police headquarters. That word, hoodlums, I don't know who came up with it, and everything is hoodlum. Just a derogatory word used carelessly without refining what you're writing. How do you know they're hoodlums? By the way, who is a hoodlum? They see your sons and daughters as hoodlums. They see your daughters and your sons as cultists. They see your sons and daughters as criminals. But the Fulani herdsmen, they are Allah sent to rule over you, to devour you alive. Police headquarters set ablaze. Before I say that, you just had the clip I played. You just had the clip I played. But look at Daily Trust. When they ferment lies, when they try to blackmail IPOB, this is what reporters that have never been at the scene will say about IPOB. IPOB kills 13 traders in Enugu and Imo in 1 week. This is Daily Trust. And when they do their devil work, the Daily Trust is saying Osimbajo in Ebony calls against reprisal after murdering over 200 innocent people in Ebony. Quote unquote, Osimbajo is calling for no reprisals. But under the heading, you see how they talked it underneath. But the bold line is IPOB kills 13 traders in Enugu and Imo in 1 week. And you're expecting justice. You're expecting fairness. You will never get fairness. You will never get justice. And your own son will say, proscribe the IPOB. Who killed these Fulanis? And why will they kill traders? The Fulanis have been trading. Nobody kills them. So if they are herdsmen that were caught, you call them traders. But if it's And if it is just an indigene of Biafra, you call him hoodlum. You call him miscreant. You call him cultist. And the most disappointing aspect of it is that there are people you expect to know that don't know anything. They are supposed to know. They are in the limelight reporting. They don't know anything. You the reporter, you are also a target, whether you like it or not. The report that unknown gunmen stormed the prison in Imo and released the prisoners is something remarkable. Our leader commented on it. The leader of this is by Ochugu Sunday made this report. These are the Biafrans that say they are hopeless, stupid, brain dead. They are writing for their pocket. You are being killed and you are monsterizing your own people. This Sunday, Ochugu wrote, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. This is a Biafran making reference to our leader, the proscribed. And in most of them, they actually believe and cannot open their eyes and see what is happening to them. They themselves don't know that they are among the proscribed. And they see IPOB as a different body from themselves. And they are the ones being caught. They are the ones being jailed. As he is reporting, he makes a mistake, he's being hauled into prison yard. And they think they are doing a fair report. What say if the leader of the IPOB, you must put that derogatory word, proscribed. And who proscribed them? I keep asking you. The criminals. Why haven't they proscribed their brothers? This is why I tell you, Igbo people are hopeless. People like you, those that say they are learned, they don't have common sense. Why are the Fulanis not chastising their own people? Why are the Fulanis not branding their own people? Why are the Fulanis not bringing their own people to order? It is only you that want to be Mr. Right. But you are 100% wrong. Inept. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Alozie, has reacted to the attack on a correctional center in Imo by hoodlums. Repetition. Copy and paste. This is a Daily Post reporter. And then it's coming that Daily Post had reported that unidentified hoodlums attacked the correctional center on Monday morning, setting prison on fire and freed hundreds of inmates. Reacting, the IPOB leader, in a tweet on his official Twitter handle, said, "No one deserves to be in prison in Nigeria." According to Mazi Alozie, if the killer herdsmen and Boko Haram insurgents could be arrested, freed, and rehabilitated, same gesture should be extended to other prisoners in the country. And this is his Twitter handle. If mighty Allah terror herdsmen and other murderous Fulani groups, including Boko Haram insurgents, can be arrested, freed, and rehabilitated by the neo-colonial Fulanized at NGRP president, then no single soul deserves to be in any prison in Nigeria. Do we reason that way? The answer is no. Are we capable of reasoning that way? The answer is no. Because we have non-functioning brain. You don't defend your own people. You don't defend your brother. By the way, if Daily Trust can report that incident, why did Daily Trust not report the incidents in Ebonyi, where there are people murdered, over 300 people, innocent, that they are able to report 13 Fulani? This is how they belittle you. And I read the commentary. One Apoki Charles made a statement, and it tells you how unreasonable people are. You are facing insecurity from the top to the bottom, and you're saying this is terrible. Those who know what to do to save Nigeria, please act now and act fast. Nation is dying. Nigeria is not a nation. It has never been a nation. It's not even a country. You are operating in a business environment. You are a business. You are a commodity for the Europeans. You are a commodity. You are not a human being. If you are a human being, they will respect you. If you are a human being, they will respect your wishes. If you are a human being, they will consider you before implementing any policy that will be very disadvantageous to you. The policies they implement are policies that will eradicate you as a human being. It is the policies that they make that will haunt you and your generation to come, being a slave in perpetuity, never ending. And Johnson Ojo said, Nigeria has never had it so bad. Who can save the country except God? Things are degenerating to a point of no return. God save us. God will not save you. He's not going to save you. He has given you the brain. You're not using it. He has given you the ear to hear. You're hearing, but it's coming from one end and exiting toward them. They don't give a damn about you. They have come to enslave you. And this time, if you don't free yourself, this will be your end as a human being. Go and look for the cities. You will understand what I'm saying. Go to Papua New Guinea. You will see what I'm saying. Go to the Aborigines of Australia. You will understand what I'm saying. You are next. You are not regarded as a human being. You are being traded like a commodity. And they say it boldly in a very cunning way. You are the largest democracy in Africa, quote unquote. And your diversity is your strength. But here you are saying that you've never had it so bad. Can you tell us when you've had it so good? People must start to reason. Can anybody tell us when we have had it so good? Hatred upon hatred, derogating statements. When have you had it so good? And Fedi Obonha read this, and I love it. Whether or not the act of barbarism is committed by hoodlums or IPOB, one truth stands tall: until the philosophy that holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, there will be war. And that is what is happening. I have given you the contrast, how the northern papers owned by the Fulanis are casting the incidents that are taking place in your own environment. They have never told you why did the Fulanis massacre hundreds of people in Ebonyi. They have not raised that question. But they are ready to flash in front of the international community newspaper, the Daily Trust, that we are killing herdsmen. But your reporters that can counter that have failed to do it. Your radios have failed to do it. The IPOB that stands tall, when you're putting it, you tell the international community, proscribed. But you want to be alive. No, they will kill you. You are going to die. And you're seeing the example in Ebonyi. They are keep playing with words. Keep serving your masters. You will be next. Proscribed. And they laugh at you when you use that word proscribed. And they know that IPOB is a genuine movement, caring for their people. Very strong. Before they search you, they pick you up at will. You don't talk. They shoot. Now they are being checked. Why are you reporting that IPOB attacked the police? Why? Just to put black eye on IPOB. Why are you not reporting the truth? Why are you not reporting the truth? We did not attack Owerri Correctional Center and police headquarters. After all, as we are speaking, is burning. The unknown gunmen did it. Anything that happens, you look at it, you say, who else will do it? You want to make a statement that IPOB is a terrorist. No, we have the ESN. And the job of the ESN, which they have demonstrated in a very professional manner, go in the bushes, flush out these forest dwellers. Flush them out. Let them come and live in the community like every other human being. Let them come out. Though in those bushes they commit heinous crimes. In those bushes they kill. You see the one I just reported from a body. They come kidnap you, they take you and hack you. Butcher your head, see how they cut up the heads. But the Daily Trust and the nation will not report. What they do is IPOB. IPOB is giving you headache. IPOB is causing you sleepless night because you underrated us. When we were approaching you in a civilized manner, you called us miscreants. You called us hoodlums. You called us occultists. All sorts of names. We told you we are peaceful. We extend olive branch to you. Please, can you engage and restructure the country? You said no. Our leader said, okay, that's off the table. No more restructuring. So anybody talking about restructuring, just forget it. We cannot give you that civilized option anymore. Because in the first place, that was what our late Dimod Megojuku exercised in Aburi. And he paid. He paid dearly. He paid dearly because that was what caused the war, because of restructuring. And we still have to present it to you. Since it failed, let's see if it will pass the second time. Those that feel that they are entitled, they are born to rule, that the Nigeria in question is their father's property, they said no. Our leader said, okay, no more. That is, it has come and gone. Now, that option is dead, never to be tabled anymore. We told you we want referendum. Let's conduct a referendum and let the people decide. Our leader told you openly, if we conduct a referendum and the people say we want to remain, so be it. I will stop campaigning. And they say no. Why are they saying no? Because they know they have all the arms. They know that Britain has fortified them with all kind of deadly weapons. Whatever they say no, reject it. Because you have after all, they don't have any force. After all, they don't have any arms. But you know we don't. But you're prescribing us based on our speeches, based on our utterances. Go to Ngwa High School, see what they did to our men. They summarily executed them. Daily Trust said nothing. The Nation newspaper said nothing. Vanguard said nothing. Name it, they said nothing. Because the Igbos are the ones being summarily executed. And we are watching. Our leader said, okay, let me establish a security guard, because we demonstrate. They will prevent people from disrupting traffic. Oh, hell. Here they come again, they are raising an army. Security guards that have no guns. You saw them. He displayed them. It is only uniform. And when IPOB demonstrate, they check them. What did the people say? Oh, you are raising an army. Oh, you are doing this. And they were emboldened. And to make sure they eliminate Mazi Alozie, they came to his home and attacked him and his parents. And they paid dearly. Did that cost Mazi Alozie to leave the... No, he said, I will. And I must accomplish my mission. And we are solidly behind him. All of you witnessed that. For you to be using that word proscribed, you ask yourself, why use that word proscribed? Who are those responsible? You see that those are the people that are today murdering you, killing you, because they know that IPOB is embraced by the people, because they are for the people. But our people were unable to see what is happening. Our people were so brain dead that they cannot be proud of what they have. Instead, some of them, as we speak, they are still talking about IPOB as a different group, as some group that are out to spoil their good country, and not to talk of nation. Their good country where you cannot have a job, country where the resources are being siphoned by those at the top, by the politicians. That wasn't enough. Then the random killing, open killing, massacring of people right in their homes by the actual hoodlums, the Fulani hoodlums, the Fulani herdsmen, the bandits, insecurity was very, very common. And it's still happening. Did all these reporters ask why they weren't proscribed? No. They did not. And to my point, the insecurity was so much that you cannot come out and go to the market. They will kill you if you don't have 100 naira. They will kill you if you don't have 50 naira. How dare you raise your... You see them. You see them standing on the road, fighting with you to rescue your wallet. You are trying to keep your wallet, and you see somebody assuming to be a soldier who is a bandit, snatching your wallet from you. Snatching your wallet from you, saying that what you're giving them is not enough. These are daylight bandits. They are daylight bandits, and they are here killing you. What brought about it? The attack on Imo prison and the police headquarters. Those you kill unjustly, they have brothers, they have relatives. They will not welcome you. They will not accommodate you. Did Uzadimba say, I'm going to fish out all those that killed the Biafrans? No. Each time something happens to Fulani people, they say, we are going to fish out those responsible. Cowards. Cowards. Your days are numbered. People are angry. If you're not learning from what is happening, change your ways, or else the people will chase you away. All these governors, learn from what these unknown gunmen did, whoever they are. If they can do that to the police and the prisons, freeing your men, your sons and daughters that were abducted as they walk, as they go to their normal businesses. And some people would say they are criminals. And that is the perception you have, that once you are in prison, you are a criminal. And you don't ask, what did you do? You don't ask, how come you went to prison? Once you're behind that wall, even if you're a reporter, they say you're a criminal. And you know these are your sons and daughters that committed no crime. And this is why, one time I read to you all the prisons they established in Biafra land. All over Biafra land, prisons. This is where they will be capturing your men. Put them in there and be harvesting their organs anytime they choose. And the moment you change the way you are reasoning, to the governors, these people are out for the blood, and they are sucking the blood of your people. Don't say you are not warned. One day, these unknown gunmen will pay you a visit. Change your ways. Change your ways. Up where you belong. Up where you belong. If you're for the Fulanis, go there. Leave Biafra land alone. If you are for your Biafrans, be there and show them. Chase the Fulanis away. They cannot come and comfortably murder those that have given them habitation, those that have welcomed them. their crimes are no crimes. You don't visualize that their crimes in that manner. You have absorbed the notion that you are a criminal, but they are angels, and those angels want your land. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. The unknown gunmen, they are acting. They are acting. Save your people. Your people are precious, and you don't allow anybody berate you. You don't allow anybody criminalize you when you're not a criminal. You don't allow anybody tell you you are nobody, whereas you are better than that person. It is degrading. And we must continue to do everything we can to ensure that we are who we are, to ensure that we as Biafrans protect our land, that we as Biafrans survive. Nothing will stop us. Now that we have established ESN, you see, we can stand, we can talk, we can open our mouth and defend ourselves. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Emmanuel Ejim. I'm calling from San Diego, California.
Welcome, Emmanuel Ejim.
Emmanuel Ejim. Yeah, I'm from No Mona in Pano local government.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. Well, Mazi, I commend Onyendu for yesterday's speech. I commend him so much, and I use this opportunity to send a condolence visit to our First Lady. And also, Mazi, yesterday, no government, they make us proud yesterday, although we don't know them. So, another thing is about this Fulani herdsmen, they slaughtered indeed in Bonny State. You know, Mazi, what they did is this. When that Bonny, they have settlements at Enugu, which I think the governor give them. At Noma Forest, Waka Forest, and Amagunze. When they strike, then go there. Some of them go on Soka. They have that side, that Noma Waka Amagunze, that in Kano side, is the place the governor that Ugwani give to them. So they are there. The whole area, both Nenye, Uduma, that area, Unkileshi side, all of that bush, they make sure they scare all the villages away. So some time when they strike in Abakaleke or strike in another place, they go there and they hide. So that's what they are doing. I appreciate you. I appreciate my people for the contribution yesterday. I was so happy because I go live on it. So I'm so happy, Mazi. Continue your good job. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. This is our task. We must do it. We can't leave it for somebody else to do. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility. People must learn to be aware of what is happening to them. When you join the bandwagon of those that are chastising your people, you are equally amongst them. You are one of them. You can't see what these people are doing and you keep quiet. You can't see what they're doing and you don't say it. You want to be journalistically appreciated, writing and working against your people. IPOB. And when you want to say it's a proscribed, and then that makes you question the mentality of the writer, of the journalist. If I'm not sure of what I'm writing, I'll be broad. I will be broad. They don't like you as a Biafran. Their goal is to wipe out indigenous people, engineered by Britain. For one thing, these world powers hate indigens. The indigenous people that own the land, they don't want them. They want them removed because they know that there are structures they put up. They know that there are things they do to preserve their culture, and they want those things wiped out. And you're there watching. You're there looking. You don't criticize. You don't say anything. Whatever you do, they attack you. Whatever you do, they attack you. Let us be careful. I have an announcement to make. There's a boy. Let me play the clip. For the areas, for the people concerned, pay attention to this report. I'm coming. I'll be there in a second. The phone is doing something I don't like. It's on a low mode, but I'm going to change it. It has to do with a boy, a small boy that's missing. And
good morning, everybody. Someone should identify this picture. This boy now forever. Ano no mudra amandoba na also wonyo maka omara hampa omara hamme so no share no picture na voice onye obula achoga nwa ya bia wu mudra amandoba onwe ka odi ocha something mberi shachiri one part of issue because no the necessary the boy na ebere na emere me because and omara uzo asi ala woga ala nwa mankwa na nne na nne so the only help I can enye we share picture ka enwe ike camera onye ga me identify here because
a missing boy. He's in Amandoba, and he's light-skinned and cannot identify where he comes from. And if you're from that area and you're missing your son, go there.
Biko, good morning, everybody. Someone should identify this picture. This boy now forever. Ano no mudra amandoba na also wonyo maka omara hampa omara hamme so no share no picture na voice onye obula achoga nwa ya bia wu mudra amandoba onwe ka odi ocha something mberi shachiri one part of issue because no the necessary the boy na ebere na emere me because and omara uzo asi ala woga ala nwa mankwa na nne na nne so the only help I can enye we share picture.
Okay, that is that. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie, very good evening from Warsaw, Poland. I remember Mazi Chronic, okay, foreign. See you. Mazi, we thank you for what you're doing for your mother, and especially thank you for this video you played. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mazi, we have to appreciate our beloved leader. Mazi Namdi Okukano, Kamalos, Omemrezu Dioshigo Prezuanya. We appreciate him and every hardcore Biafra around the world, the fanaticals, men of valor, the radicals doing the need for now, and especially the heavenly sent spirit that is doing the need for We saw their handwork. Mazi, like you rightly said, only and tweeted yesterday, early this morning, nobody's supposed to be in the prison. But Mazi, you know the funniest thing? The bandits are being pampered, being forgiven, being sponsored abroad. And they go there, they start eating good life, eating salad. But our problem is our politicians, the governor, the elite, so-called elite in Biafra land, that does not want to do the needful and protect their own people equally. Mazi, everybody know that Dangote is the one of their sponsors. Erufai is the head. All of them, every governor, every rich, every Dikahari in the north, they are sponsoring the bandits. And that is why you cannot hear any of them condemn these people. But look at the what unknown gunmen, what is that name? Unknown. But you see our idiots, the flavors will start talking nonsense. Mazi, very low. We pray that unknown gunmen will continue to cut that their tongue for them, as long as some people don't want to keep their mouth. Because this thing has changed. Mazi, another thing I want to say here is this. Mazi, you see, in that prison or where, Mazi, you know there are Paul and Silas everywhere in every prison. Mm-hmm. And they were praying, and Chukwu answered them prayer by sending angels that come and rescue them. So their sin have been forgiven. They should go home. That's what is that happened there. So Mazi, because we have been shouting for years, we have been talking and we have been praying. And by the grace of Elohim, God loves us too much. Our prayers have been answered. Oh, talk about the no come with it. Only Obalamu them Quairi and Ghana, we dig Quairega, Tinia Nobu. Don't talk, only and said it even in his broadcast. No, don't talk too much. This is not time of too much talk. It's time of action. As Chukwu came abroad, this heavenly angel, they are doing this work. All we need to do is to keep our mouth simple and short and watch him. The jungle now matured, Mazi. Everybody know that this jungle has matured. So, and now they tag us everything prescribed. Mazi, from today, we'll be answering that word. You don't hear miscreant again. Only the senior miscreant, I am the junior miscreant, Wajai miscreant. From today, we'll continue to answer prescribed. We are hard prescribed. Mazi, too much talking. I thank you for what you are doing, and we continue to appreciate you. And our people from Omaka, you have had it. You go to Muduru Amanda and pick the boy. The families, of course, the Omaka, we are sharing the missing boy in every platform in Omaka Ebiri. So let us do the needful. We are sharing it. It's our own. We have to go and pick that boy. Mazi, thank you. And we thank our brothers from Muduru Amanda who have done the needful. That is the spirit of oneness. We appreciate all of you. I remain okay for it. Mazi, thank you from here.
Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate you for your good job. It's your brother Augusto from London.
Welcome,
Mazi. You see, after listening to I am a man who loves my people very much, very, very much. After director come on board and let us understand what we passed through the war. I never know that our people suffer this type of thing during the war. I never know, not until I started listening to our leader, what happened. I start asking myself, so our people go through this type of thing during the war. And then, in fact, I start having hatred for Nigeria. Anybody that calls himself Nigeria, even they know here. But Mazi, that is not what I come here now to say. After listening to Mazi Jonathan broadcast 2 days ago, and I found out that some of our people, I've been hearing what they've been talking to liberate them. To liberate them on a gun jump. And you know, some of our people in the Bonita side, some of our youth want to collect bribe before they liberate them. I start asking myself, do you think am I really sure that these people won't be? Am I sure that this man is fighting to liberate our people, set up security to checkmate this Fulani? And some of our people, even in the same Ebony, and they killed. And they want to come and make sure they liberate them. And some of you say they have to pay them before they come liberate them. So that stops me from crying. It stops me. Yeah, immediately after listening to Mazi Alozie, that is just an expo. So for you to see what our leader have been, that man at Talahu, if you are listening to Talahu, that's why you say that in Ipob. One day, I'm going to campaign. Go and have seat. I'm telling you, one day I'll start the campaign myself. But we are waiting because I want to go to the chapel. Let us go. Let us be that in history. There are some people that they were called Igbo people before. Ndara. Mazi, this Ebony massacre. You see, even the woman is lying to his people. They will come out. Come and vote for me. I will protect you. I will give you road. I will give you this thing. All of them, they will come out for presidential or any campaign. Say you come and vote for him. He will rescue you. But look at the Umahi. Cannot even tell the whole world that. Therefore, you know that the death in Abakaliki is more than 100 and something. Our people have had idea. Did our people? Our people have had idea. 100 and. As I'm talking to you now,
the figure has it to over 200. The figure
yes,
it's over 200.
Over 200. Yes. As I'm talking to you now, they still discovering dead body in the bush. You know, some of our people living in Western world don't know that. Some of them didn't know. Even in Biafra land, some of them didn't even know that something like this happened. It's business as usual. But what I'm asking Dave Umahi did not even tell the whole world how many their own people they killed. He said it's 15. Dave Umahi wanted to justify the killing of his own people. He said that there was a killing, 2 Fulani headsmen was killed, which we know is lie. Dave Umahi, you so cancel the people that more than 200 and something people in Abakaliki. And let me tell our people something. In Abakaliki, I swear. See that upon knock. In Abakaliki. This youth guy to pull it for my. Let me tell you something. I got done you because I'm feeling pain. Don't bury those people. Don't hear those people, Fulani headsmen. If you bury them, shame on to you. Don't bury them. What I want you to do, get a corpse, within the walls, and whenever the time comes, lie them on the trailer, just like Benue people lie their own and show the whole world. This is evidence. Because if you bury them now, the whole world will think that it's only 2-3 people they killed. Before you know it, American department, criminals bomb useless people, we say that nobody killed. When they report in Lekki massacre, Ndara. You not bury those people. Then buy all the coffins, lay them in a road, carry them in a trailer, parade all the whole Abakaliki, so that let the devil be put in shame, so that the whole world will see this is what I'm asking for our people. But don't bury those people. Lie them in a trailer, just like Benue do. So let's parade this in Biafra land, so that you hear me with this or because there are some people now, business as usual. Some people don't even know Nebru in Abakaliki, Ebony State. Some people don't even know. Those people who shame unto you, those people shame unto you. Back and Hanamatwari, line and trailer, the whole world, so that our madness will be today for
Mazi,
thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, but when you're addressing people internationally, you say it in English so that they will know what transpired. You keep saying it in Igbo, they don't know what you say. Please try and enforce that. When you're addressing people in hearing what is happening internationally, you say it in English. We have a Igbo program on Thursdays and Sundays. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mazi.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. With this kind of incident, we must let the international community continue to see it, so that justifies our actions. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, good evening, sir. Mazi Alozie.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Good morning from here.
My name is Innocent Ono. I'm calling from Ipob province in Bend, the local government.
Welcome.
I want to thank you so much for the good effort you are making for us. May God, Almighty God, continue blessing you and our able leader called Mazi Alozie. Mazi Alozie have made us proud and make us to be a people that the world can see today as a people that are living like others. Because what planet plan and Britain, God used Mazi Alozie to say no. Mazi, I want to say something concerning this thing they are saying ESN or non-government that ESN are doing it. It's a lie. If you can understand what is actually going on, these people now using Operation Crocodile Smile and Operation Python Dance. But when you watch for, since ESN come out, nothing like Operation Crocodile and Operation Python Dance. And my own belief, the people that are doing this thing as a unknown government is the people that Operation Python Dance killed. Because these people did not do anything to them. They are fighting for their right. As they are fighting for their right, Fulani henchmen and our so-called governors and elect agents say that they will not be alive and see us live. But I thank God for Biafra. Today, those people, they are killed. This Operation Python Dance killed. They are the ones that are revenging everything that we are seeing going in Igbo land there. If you watch very careful in Ukwaji, if you are going to worry, army, they wipe them out there, burn all their motor in Ukwaji today. If you are heading to Owerri, those who are doing this thing is the people that Operation Python Dance wipe away in Aba. These people who came back for the French. On government, we don't know them. But as I'm here now, I know ESL. I know one of my junior brothers say ESL, and he's working strongly. So whoever calling unknown government that is an ESL, that is his own concern. We don't care. But all I know, very soon, all those Eze, as I called them before yesterday, I told that all the whole Eze, we are going to attack them, and we are moving, and we must attack them by unknown government, whether they like it or not, because these are the people they are using to wipe our generation out. But we are not going to allow such a thing to happen in Igbo. We are coming back. Igbo race is coming back. We are going to collect our Igbo race back. Those evil men that are living in Igbo land, we are going to wipe all of them out. Very soon, the whole governors will go exile. Very soon. All of them will go exile. They will never remain in Igbo land. Never. And after we did all those things, government of Nigeria, British government will come to beg us to go. As the Pharaoh begged Moses to carry his people go. That's how they are to beg Nnamdi to carry your people go. We don't want problem again from you people again. The grace of God by the Chukwu Kabiama is going to happen.
Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi Alozie, may Chukwu Kabiama continue to see you people through. And continue to bless our leader, Pastor Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You see the interpretation, the report is very different. The unknown gunmen are doing their job. All those Azes that brought in these people. If you know how you brought them in, send them out. Send them out. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie, good morning, sir, from here.
Emeka, good morning.
My name is Mazi Emeka. I'm calling from the police USA.
Welcome.
Mazi Alozie, honestly speaking, I'm not happy since yesterday listening to our leader, brokers. And they are wondering, some people will still be wondering if our land is not conquered. According to our leader, broker yesterday, all Nigeria is conquered totally now. Everywhere is conquered, even though if you look at Ibeto last time, it's not 10. Then there's a person used to silence Ibeto down and make it go take the richest man in Africa. Even though you're abroad, come back with the Rolls Royce, you will still bound down for Fulani. Tell me what that Fulani is traveling abroad to head to the immigration. Tell me one is Fulani pilots, but they are head of Air Force. Tell me one of Fulani economists in the world, but they are CBN control your money. Everywhere, and you still talking, and we still see some people saying, this. We are conquered already. Thank God for ESA and Mazi and the Kano. They are the only hope we have now. The same way we today will be saying, how did the British conquer our ancestors? Our ancestors, they are lazy. It is something that is repeating itself. In our Kuro eye, we are in another man's country. Enjoy. And not to get to Ego ESN. You are not from King Kong. Oh, you got what's about me? Look at the killings. I'll listen to our Saturday fundraising. The video clip of our brother someone else play. Mazi. And I see, those people castigating Mazi and the Kano, and these people, okay, the way you give speech on that fundraising, and those people castigating Mazi and the Kano, are they okay? And you will see somebody, nobody tell me to support IPOB. I join IPOB when I come to this country. I look for IPOB, I look for somebody. I don't have somebody to educate me. On your furniture, hope you listen to our leader clip yesterday. All the three arms of the government conquered by the Fulani, tiny Fulani, Katudera, tiny one. And the only hope we have is ESN. And some people living abroad here, in their comfort zone, and still fighting against ESN or fire their fuso, may turn the fire of our generation. ESN. And they still make every day. And our brother will be coming out and say, support ESN, support to Kobo. Nobody's not taking on this one because Kobo cannot buy pepper. For ESN, Kobo cannot buy pepper. Everybody's working here. The only hope we have is ESN. These people have taken over everything. They have conquered. I don't care. And I will say our people, they will go home. They'll do it. They'll be spending money up. I'm not the one that these people know that we are conquered people already. The same way I called one of my friends in Abuja, highly educated somebody, said, all this NI, DBN, this, don't you know the system to control everybody? He said, no, we are meeting American standard. The American standard, that you don't have internet, you don't have good road, you don't have no job, but you want to meet the American standard by DBN. But our leader explained it yesterday. Unless you are not a human being, you won't understand, you will not get angry in that yesterday broadcast. Look at our veteran, Mazi Alozie. On Saturday, more than 10 hours, me and you in America here, not that for 10 hours, it's not my mind. Our mothers, like the only weekend they have to do with their family, they sacrifice 10 hours for fundraising. And some people will still be fighting their fellow IPOB. Leave the big picture. Leave the big picture. Look at the way the rest of people in the voice state. The same thing they did in Miliband. The same thing in the because what? Those governors, like the last caller said, time will come, those governors, they will run to Ezra. And there is why we are here for them. We are here for them because my auntie, she only came out 2 years ago. We are here for them. Let them come. If they don't have sense, see the way the police army are dying Chicken Point by Angel or no government. They are dying. They should know them too. If they want to capture them, they will capture them wrong. Let them come abroad. Come on. If nobody is still waiting, there is no one in Nigeria. The person is lying to himself. There is somebody I know. He's not a member of IPOB, but he's supporting. Supporting. Follow our leader, tweeting, Facebook, posting. There are some people I know in the continent. They don't post us in Facebook. Anything there on Facebook. They don't have no Twitter. But they want to power tussle. Donate your money. Bring your money out. I don't have no money. But I have to donate something that will touch me. Because if the killing in our life doesn't pay you, it pay me. We are conquered already. Army, Air Force, everywhere. For a month, they have like this. I've been opportunity to serve about the world. I never see no country that have military back like Nigeria. I never see no country that have military back in Nigeria, like Nigeria own. Everywhere military back. Don't you know it's conquered? Look at the one country in Makota tribe like that. They are fighting for the freedom. Look at the way they are formidable. Let me announce before I go. I want to announce my number. If you are from Ogo Town, Ogo LGA, IPOB living in diaspora, we are raising money to put transmitter in our land. You see what happened in Nenwe? It's close to Ogo. It's all Ogo. Okay? Call this number. We have a phone where we are raising money to put transmitter for people. Call +1 317 476 7702. +1 317 476 7702. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Emeka. So, when you're saying things, people don't pay attention. They are still drilled in their Nigeria notion that does not exist. You are a commodity, Royal Niger Company. They own you. That is their corporation, the Royal Niger Company. You have been told by foreigners, by Americans, even a diplomat, that you are a business venture, an experiment, and you still embrace that name, Nigeria. There was one thing as Alida said yesterday, which was a part of my broadcast today I was going to use, where the goats gathered together on a conference table with the British envoy, Katrina Lang, addressing them. And I laughed. I said, so that means these people are still waiting for Britain to tell them where to go and how to go. I couldn't believe it. I'll continue. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello.
Welcome. Your name and
Good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
Sorry?
Good morning from here. Go ahead. We are listening to you.
Okay, morning. Yeah. My name is Chukwuka Chukwuekezie. I live here in London. I appreciate you guys, and I'm one of the child soldiers in Biafra Army. I work with Boyoyo, the captain that faced the Nigerians in Boy Junction. However, I find myself back to Europe after everything. Am I on the air? Because I want to say something clear.
You're on the air. You called the radio line. You are live.
Yeah, good. So what I'm trying to say is that I thank Nnamdi Kanu. This is what we normally do, we Igbos. Nobody can underrate us. The white people know. Before I forget, I need email either Nandi or Alozie. I can't say anything on the air. I need email or private telephone number. I need to contact them. We need a master plan now. We need to understand that our own people, so-called traders, are now in trouble. Everything, our money has gone down, and it affects them directly. That is true. Again, we have to start what is called diplomatic move, and we need unity. at any cost, even with our enemies, to make sure that this Biafra is actualized in this time, point in time. We can no longer accept to live in Nigeria. We can no longer accept to live in Nigeria. It's over. It's over. The water have come to the saturation that is pouring, is overflowing. So we can no longer live in Nigeria. I need send me email or direct number for any of the officials. We have to start diplomatic move now. Remember that Tanzania gave us a recognition. Remember that Turkey gave us recognition. Remember that Ethiopia gave us recognition. France wasn't all that out to give us recognition, but from the back, they recognized us. They didn't put it open. We are Ojukwu. Are you with me?
Go ahead. We are listening.
Yeah, we are Ojukwu went on exile. Give us recognition. We need to start diplomatic move.
Gabon and Ivory Coast.
Hello?
Gabon and Ivory Coast. Gabon and
Ivory Coast, that's correct.
Gabon, okay.
So I don't need to say anything on the air. We need to start making move. Even in Britain here. That is why I say even our enemies, we have to start the diplomatic move. We have people in the British Parliament. We have people in the British House of Commons. We have to start diplomatic move. Nnamdi Kanu bụ odogwu. Agbagoro m ya mba mgbe mbara ya mba. Ana ekene Chukwu. Ife niile ahụ kwukwara. O mekwara otu esi wee kwu ya. But when you have a personal contact. So because I'm a veteran. Kabaru, he send the email, private email or telephone number.
Thank you very much for your advice, and we appreciate it. But the only thing is that these things have been ongoing. They're still doing the diplomatic aspect of it. So they don't come openly and say it. They are doing all those things you're contemplating. It's on the table, okay?
Hello?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. You have your radio on. That's what the problem is. You have your radio on.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, send me private email. Send me any number. I need to talk to them.
Yeah, thank you.
We have to finance it, but that's not a problem. But we have to start making diplomatic move.
We are doing that. Okay, we are doing that already. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye. Yes, we have that ongoing. It's been on. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning.
Dr. Alozie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm serious about this designation. I'm not kidding. When I say something, people think I'm joking until it becomes reality. My brother, thank you for your good work. The last caller made some good points, but I'm asking him where has he been. But it looks like Johnny just come.
Yes.
To this, yeah. So, but if he wants to talk to you, you can give him your private phone number. He can talk to you or call you on this number when you're done with the program, and then we start from there. That's all about that. My brother, there's no doubt that we are at war. We are at war. Anybody who fails to understand that, I don't know what how war looks like. Other than what we're going through now, people are losing their lives in numbers. And obviously, all these governors, their security have failed, particularly in Ebunya, the Enugu state. I was talking to one of the guys. He was telling me, yeah, we are living with the Fulanis. We are living in peace. I'm going to be calling him and asking, are you still living in peace? Because now, all those areas, Mbidi has been there during the war. Ogun, Garrison. I've been there, so I know all those places. So I'm going to be calling him to ask him again, because he said even the so-called forest guards are made up of both Igbo people and Fulani people. I say, you know what?
That's how
one
foolish
day
he
you're
is.
one day you guys are going to smell blood and smell really good.
That tells you how
And
foolish he is. Yes, that
this
tells
conversation is just about a month old, or rather, I'm sorry, it's about 4 months old. Let me put it that way, be on the safe side. The point I'm making is this. If the governors, I made that point during Peter's program, if our governors did not realize that you cannot trust the Fulanis, then they are bound to go down in the greatest shame ever. And they might not come out of that shame, they will go down. You cannot trust them no matter what they tell you. You cannot trust them. And your security, you cannot do security with a gun gun when your opponent is carrying AK-47. You cannot sleep with your 2 eyes closed when Fulani is your neighbor. If you end up allowing them to even near you, you cannot go to sleep with your 2 eyes. You stay awake 24 hours. When are the security men supposed to be more active, in the daytime or at night? Where were they more active, in the daytime or at night? Where were they? Instead of them to embrace what is working, they are busy deceiving themselves, thinking that they're deceiving somebody else. They're a bunch of fools, and they are proving to themselves. All I'm telling them is this. That takia is not only meant for the Fulanis. We also have our own takia. Inyakazu is takia. Okay? This is the time these so-called governors can apply Inyakazu. Support your people. That is the right thing to do. Thank you, Mazi. Dr. Alozie, may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Mazi, thank you. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. The line dropped. And we have to be very persistent. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Alozie, good afternoon, sir.
Good morning from here.
My name is Mr. Sunday. I'm calling from Biafra. I greet all over the world. I'm very glad to depending where you are. And the special greeting to our leader, in Africa. My suggestion is this. As our job government are still existing, it seems like our security they will be getting double suffer. That is not it. We don't need them anymore. Let us send them at least 1 or 2 or 3 of them. Then the remaining ones will learn. Because people man can never hear. When you are saying that, talking about this, you will never even agree. It seems like they will be like the money that getting from Abuja will make them not even our regular. Oh, please. We are in Biafra land. No. What is our friend? People start our I know we need to talk about it. So please, there is any way we can do it and send the signal. So the people thank you very much.
Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Remember, when you say things, I let you finish. I don't like cutting you off because yeah, it's a call you made. As we are very constructive. We know what our leaders are doing. They are focused. They have been making all the diplomatic moves, and our leader himself analyzed it. He said it. So, say this. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Yeah, my name is Chinua Kweze. I'm calling from the city of Toronto, Canada. Mazi, thank you for your good work. Thank you for all your contribution, your time, your talent, and your treasure towards this restoration effort. I want to also thank our dear Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, for the gift of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the wise one, our leader, Ohamadike. At this appointed time, he has been to liberate us and liberate every oppressed people, nations, in the contraption called Nigeria. Mazi, this morning I just want to dwell on two things. Number one is the issue of ESN. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is the most important issue at this stage of our restoration project. Because what we are having in IPOB is a project. The Biafra restoration is the project. From one phase to the other, our leader, our supreme leader, started with the issue of evangelism, trying to educate our people. And in that process, our people have been mowed down, we have been killed, we have been oppressed even the more. And at this point that we are in now, is a time to protect ourselves and defend our land. You know, because if we don't, they will kill all of us. So what ESN is actually doing is self-preservation for our dear motherland. IPOB is a peaceful organization. As far as we are concerned, we are very, very peaceful in our approach. But whoever brings war to us, we are going to defend ourselves because it's our right. Even this country that I am now, if you invade this country, the Canadian Army will defend the territories of Canada. That is exactly what we are doing in Biafra. Most of us don't know that this peace prize, Nobel Peace Prize, was actually propagated by Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel says, in one of his theory of peace, he says, when nations, countries, people, nations acquire more arms than the others, there will be peace in the whole world. In other words, if the United States of America have more arms to destroy Germany or destroy any other country in the world, and they know that that country has the capacity as well to acquire arms that will destroy them, everybody will have peace. Nobody will want to go to war. So if you want peace, you have to prepare for war. That is what it means. We are not calling for war. We are not propagating war. What we are doing is that we want peace, but with equal right and justice. That is exactly what ESN means. And so, Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, especially in the territories of Canada, if you want this, if to be part of this peace efforts to restore our land, to restore our lost nation, Biafra, please, you have to contribute to support the ESN, the Eastern Security Network. And to do this is very, very easy. Anybody can support from wherever he or she is.
Mazi, your line is off.
I can hear you, Mazi. Am I still coming out?
Yeah, you're just coming out now. Go ahead.
Okay, I said if you want to support the activities of our dear ESN, please, You can WhatsApp us on 415-878-6563. 415-878-6563. If you call this number, you WhatsApp this number to support us, somebody will attend to you. It is very, very important for all of us living in Canada to support exactly what IPOB and ESN is doing, because our people and our land is very, very precious to us. Mazi, on the other issue that I want to present today, I want to ask our people, because I saw a video on Facebook today. I said it in Mazi Ike's program. Some people were saying in the video that IPOB has come to break the prison and set some people free. Some people said is IPOB. Some people said is ESN. Please, those are the activities of the unknown gunmen. Like our leader has said before, we don't know these people. These people are just doing their own role. They are participating. Because from what we are seeing now, the issue of this unknown gunmen has been politicized. Some people want to tag us, they want to label us. IPOB is a peaceful organization. We are not going after anybody. We are only defending our territory against the Fulani Marauders, who are the terrorists, terrorizing our people. And I want to make this clear. And that video circulating on Facebook, please, Biafrans, don't circulate information that will end up stereotyping you. If you see such things, just label it fake news, and with time, Facebook is going to take it offline. Just go there and say fake news. Just write fake news, because that is absolutely fake news. Mazi, thank you very much for what you are doing for us. I say may Chukwu Okike continue to bless you, and for every inch of time that you put, He will reward you abundantly. From Canada here, take it from me, I love Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi Chimakweze. I love Biafra. I love Biafra, and not trade it for anything. They have killed us, they have maimed us, they have done a lot of things to us, and they still wanted to come and say one Nigeria, just like the war ended. When Nigeria, you raise your hand up, they'll fire you. See what happened in Ahaba. Despite the fact that they came to welcome the Fulanis, they saw their sons being mowed down in their presence. Today they're exercising the same policy. The same policy. I mentioned the ESN issue when it came to what happened in Imo. It's unknown gunmen. And the people come and say things, and you call your own brothers criminals. I don't know if they caught what I was saying. They had them together and put them in prison. And you have the thinking that once you're in prison, you're a criminal. These are brothers and sisters they captured. They kidnapped them and put them in prison. And you are seeing them as criminals. And that's why I asked you the issue of hoodlum and all that not. When you can hold that perception, you have a problem. You have a problem. When these things happen in the north, they rejoice. So it has permeated in the minds and brains of our people. This is brain drain. They have drained your brain and have accustomed you to feel that you are inferior and that you are a criminal. So once they arrest your brother and put him in jail, all those that whatever Ozademba arrested, put in prison. What crime did they commit? You are an indigene of Biafra. That is why you are in jail. And our leader asked you, why not pardon them? If you can pardon criminals, killers, murderers, Boko Haram that have killed soldiers. You say, oh, they are repentant. But you, a Biafran, you have been accustomed to think that you are inferior. So you blame our brothers from riverine areas when they start thinking that you from the inland is their enemy. Do you see how brainwashing can affect the way you reason? Do you see how brainwashing can make you hate somebody you're not supposed to hate? And that is why I pardon our brothers from the riverine areas. It is the poisoning of the mind. Let me tell you what they did during the war. They massacred these people from Ipob, Degema, you name it, Abonima. And when they came, they wore the Biafra uniform. You can't blame those people because what they saw was people with Biafra uniform, not knowing that they are Fulanese. And your impression is that they are Biafrans. But now you know that they lied to you. Now you know that they deceived you. Now they have told you they were the ones in Biafran uniform. Just like they are deceiving you with fake face of Buhari. They are telling you, oh, it's Buhari. And up till today, some people are finding it difficult to believe that Buhari is dead, because they see that fake face. So when you buy all these deceptive presentations, be careful. Be careful. I ask you a question. Why is it that Daily Trust can put up nonsense about 13 Fulanis killed, but they did not put about 200 of your innocent people murdered in Ebonyi? Why? Because they feel that you are nothing. They feel that they are more important. They feel that whenever a Fulani man is killed, it is something big. Then the question is, who killed them? Who killed them? What makes you think they are not cattle herdsmen? But they will present the Fulanis as prosperous business people. Say they are traders. Trading on what? And why will it be 13 traders? That means from different areas. And you see how you cannot get away with framing and deceptive information. But when you burn markets, when you send your tanker to destroy rows of business community, you don't report. You don't say anything. You are always going against Biafrans. Leave us alone. We want to be on our own. No. Stay on your own because we are tired of being killed. No. What then do you want? Your actions show that you don't want us to survive. You want us dead. You want our land. You want everything that belongs to us. And this is why I thank our leader, Mazi Alozie, for all he has done and for bringing ESN to save us. They are in the bushes. They are driving the herdsmen, the bush people, those that dwell in the bush instead of where normal people live. We live in communities. They should also live in communities as we do. We pay our rent in the north. We buy everything in the north. Even the land we build on, we buy them. We just don't go and occupy Sambisa forest. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi Alozie. Good morning.
My name is Mazi, my man Ugonejaka. I'm calling from United States of America. Mazi, I reside here in Washington, D.C., but I am from Amibo. Amibo is Nolo. Amibo is the home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja for Bobo. Mazi, I thank you for all you do for Biafra, and I thank God Almighty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, Mazi, I heard all your submission this morning, and I heard what Onendu said yesterday. But my own take on this is, I want to tell the Biafran and the youth of Nigeria that their life is in danger, that their destiny has been stolen from them, that they do not have any life in Nigeria. You are a youth. You have finished your school. You have done everything that the society wanted you to do. But there's no employment. There's nothing. Everything since the inception of that country was against you. Now, could you imagine that up to today, anything that about the document of the oil that was sold in Nigeria is kept in Britain? Do you know that? Do you know that everything about the oil, the number of oils that sold, the barrel of oil that sold, every information about the oil is kept in Britain? This is from a reliable source. So how can you be a country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country and you call yourself a nation and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do? How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land
is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land is another country, and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country? The person that are piloting you and the person that are controlling all the things that come from your land
is another country and you call yourself a nation, and you don't have any documentation of all the transactions that you do. How can you be a country, the person that are piloting you and the person...
After 4 days in Nigeria, they shook to separate. Life's don't go, people don't buy, things don't spoil. But you could start the debt, but you could fight the debt, but you could try to stop the Nigerian government refused. Somewhere for Ghana, them discuss restructuring. There was problem and they agreed to restructure Nigeria. On the 4th and 5th of January 1967, General Gowon Ideja, him accepted the Aburi Accord. General Ankara Ideja, Colonel Ujuku Ideja, and they accept the Aburi Accord, and they must accept restructuring. But when they come back Nigeria, Nigeria government refused the deal, causing problem. They divide people into three. They execute genocide on us and them call them war. Them kill my people plenty. Them call them war. Them kill our mama. Them kill our papa. Them kill our uncle. Them kill our aunt. Them kill small children, Them kill 5 million people, Them kill the people where demand for restructuring, The other people who were demand for restructuring, After 4 days, them still the kill, them still the shoot, them still the one. But today, everybody they run, helter-skelter. Everybody they run, herdsmen they kill, terrorists to shoot, government to thief. God don't reject Nigeria. Devil don't punish Nigeria. Nigeria government to kill my people for genocide. Our back is situational understatement. Now everybody that you come out for the matter. As this matter won't carry many people go. For Aburia call, now we didn't discuss for Aburia call. Now we didn't have a way no call. Let's talk about Aburia call. Now we didn't have for Aburia call. Now we didn't discuss for Aburia call. Now we didn't make a way no call. Nigeria they like this today because nobody talk the truth. Nigeria they like this today because government na lie. Them go use the ammunition for church and media go claim the shit. In our curriculum for school, they not teach us our history. Now where we go learn, now how we go learn. When they can come save us, Nigerian government teaches them. Nigeria government arrest them. Nigeria government to shoot them. Them use media paint and black. They make Nigerians hate the truth. Now which day where we go wake up? Now which time where we go stand? Nigerians no one here. Nigerians no one do. Nigerians no one learn. They dance to the government tune. They kill us, they do us. They deceive us, they confuse us. They give our land to strangers, our eyes come open. They give our land to strangers, Nigerians come wake up. Suddenly, what don't happen? Nigerians say talking, say they want restructuring. Nah, make it up. Suddenly, you're waiting, no Juku, see it don't happen, no. Nigerians say talking, say they want restructuring. Namdikalu with Nigerians, everybody come open eye. Nigerians say cry, say they want restructuring. Plenty of my people who want the referendum, them no want restructuring you. And Nigerians say cry, say they want restructuring. God don't reject Nigeria. Devil don't punish Nigeria. Nigeria government to keep my people for genocide. Our back is situational understatement. Now everybody that you come out for the matter. As this matter won't carry many people go. Let's talk about Aburia call. discuss my Buriako. Now waiting happen we know occur. Let's talk about the Buriako. Now waiting happen for a Buriako. Now waiting they discuss my Buriako. Now waiting make a way no occur.